Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about minor key signatures. And there are two terms you really need to know when you're talking about minor key signatures. One is relative minor and the other one is parallel minor. So parallel minor means that two keys share the same tonic but not the same key signature. In relative minors, they share the same key signature but not the same tonic. So to give you an example, parallel minor, C major and C minor are parallel minors because they both have that C. C major and A minor are relative minors because they both don't have any sharps and flats. So to get from a parallel major to a parallel minor is actually pretty easy. So if you look here, we have C major, no sharps, no flats, and C minor, which has 3 flats. So basically all we've done is add 3 flats to the major key signature to get the minor. And if you remember when we were talking about minor scales, we said, well, if you have the major scale, then you flat the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th scale degree, then you have the natural minor scale. And that's basically what we're doing here. So the question is, does that work when you've got a sharp key signature? And the answer is yes. So we get rid of 2 sharps because there are 2 sharps there, and then we add a flat. So C sharp goes away, F sharp goes away, leaving us with nothing, and then we add B flat to get that 3rd flat. So D major has 2 sharps and D minor has 1 flat. So let's try this with this key. So hopefully you recognize it now as E flat major. We've gone to the end, we've stepped back 1 to get that E flat. So figure out for me what E flat minor would be. That's right, E flat minor would add 3 more flats to this. So we would have the D flat, the G flat, and the C flat. So this key signature carefully hidden over here. So really pretty easy to get from a parallel major to a parallel minor. From the relative major to the relative minor is a little bit trickier. So that's where our circle can come back in. Fancy circle. So we know that C major and A minor share the same number of sharps or flats. So no sharps and no flats. And we can see them on the circle. There's C and there's A. So if we want A minor, then we need to go counterclockwise 3 steps to figure out what key signature it has. So A minor, back 3 steps, is C major. So we can do the same thing with G. We want to know G minor, we go back 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. It's got the same key signature as B flat major. So let's try one more. F, we want F minor. Okay, so we go back 3 steps, and we end up with the key signature of A flat major. So let's come back over here and let's see if we can figure out the keys that these key signatures relate to. So this first one we decided was C major and A minor. The second one, E flat major, and now we have to figure out what the relative minor of E flat major is. So we're going to do this now the other way. So we want to know what the relative minor is, so we go forward 3. 1, 2, 3. So the relative minor of E flat major is C minor. So let's look at these next 2. We've got D major and F major. So come over here. We know that D major, to find the relative minor, we're going to go forward 3. 1, 2, 3 is B minor. F major, 1, 2, 3 is D minor. So far so good. There aren't really any quick shortcuts to figure out what a key signature is telling you in terms of the minor key, in the same way that there are in the major key, which is a pity. So it's really good just to memorize it. I would suggest with all your key signatures making flashcards so that you can go through them as quickly as possible. One other potential way to think about minor key signatures is to use the scale. So let's say we have C major. If we can find the 6th scale degree in C major, that's going to tell us what the minor scale is. So in C major we count up 6, C, D, E, F, G, A. So that's going to tell us that A minor is the relative minor of C major. So let's try that with, let's see, this one. We know what it is already. Give it a go. So E flat major, what is the 6th scale degree? So E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C. That gives us C minor. Same deal here. D major, if we figure out the 6th scale degree, we can figure out what the relative minor is. So D, E, F sharp, G, A, B minor. And you can go the other way. So if you are given a minor scale and you want to know what the major key would be, you can just count up to the 3rd scale degree. So A minor, we're going to count A, B, C. That's going to give us C major. With C minor, again, we can just count up to the 3rd scale degree, C, D, E flat, and that gives us the relative major. So there you have a number of different ways to figure out the minor key signature. You can use the circle of fifths, you can use the scale degrees, and in parallel minor you just add 3 flats, take away sharps and add flats. Okay.